Hello guys, and welcome back. I would like to start this video by thanking all of my subscribers. We just hit 200 subscribers, and I thought I was going to make a 200 special, so today I'm going to take the more complex version of what if Trump did 5% better in the 2020 presidential election. So that's what we're doing today. So Trump, I'm going to say that he does 5% better on a nationwide basis. That does not mean that he does 5% better in every state or every county. So for example, in Ohio, where I believe he has already been a bit maxed out, he's not going to do that much better. And in Colorado, where I believe that the Democratic turnout was very, very high in 2020, he is going to be a bit better than 5%. So starting by filling in the safe states, and that is states that will go to Trump by 10% or more. And that, of course, is not the 2nd District of Nebraska, but it is Texas. And it is all of the reliable to likely Trump states that we have right here, plus Ohio and Iowa. Ohio will go to Trump by more than 10, Iowa as well, so they are safe in this scenario. Now, some safe Democratic states remain. We have Vermont, of course, and we're going to fill in most of the East Coast right here, including Connecticut, including Maine 1st District, and also in the West Coast we're going to fill in, starting with Hawaii, California and Washington. And now we start from west to east. The first state I'm going to take into the likely column is Oregon, because it is going to be less than 10 points. I know that Biden won it by quite a big margin, but it is a state where Republicans sometimes do get surprisingly close. They haven't gotten really close on the presidential level since 2004, but I do believe that they would get under 10 if Trump did 5% better, which of course means he does win the popular vote. So of course Oregon is going to be less than 10 in that case. Now both Nevada and Arizona, no big surprise, they are both going to be red in the lean column, between 5 and 0 points for Trump. And yeah, I'm not going to do tilt. That's not what we're here for. So what might surprise a bit more people is the 3 next that I'm going to put in the lean Democratic column. You have the 2nd District of Nebraska, New Mexico, and Colorado. And I know, Colorado went quite heavily for Biden, 13 points, but if it's 5% better on the nationwide state, I do still believe that it would go to the Democrat by a much narrower margin, because it was a massive Democratic blowout in Colorado, and remember, Trump did actually lose it by less than 5 last time, and I believe it will be somewhere the same now, between 4 to 5 points, and in other words, not that of a big win. Going to Minnesota, it is also going to be, lean Democrats. It went by approximately 7 points, and it's going to go by 1 to 2 or 3 points for the Democrats also in this scenario. The same with New Hampshire. We're just going to put it there immediately because it does belong in the same category as Minnesota, with approximately the same margin. Now, entering the industrial Midwest, and Wisconsin is going to go to Trump. It's going to be a lean margin, and the same in Michigan. Illinois is a bit different. It is a safe Democratic state, but with Trump winning the popular vote, I definitely see him coming within 10 points in Illinois, and therefore Illinois is going to be likely. I think it will be 8 to 9 points, probably 53% for the Democrats and 44% for Trump, which isn't that close. I mean, Republicans have won there in the past. They won the governorship as late as in 2014, but they haven't been doing that well lately. So, coming to the Mid-Atlantic region, I believe that the state of Pennsylvania would go with its Midwest brothers because the margin is better, less than 5 points for Trump. Virginia would be less than 5 for the Democrat because it is a southern state, and if it was a 5% shift to Trump's direction, a state like Virginia would not see the same suburban shift, the same minority turnout, and it would be less than 5. It was about 10 in our scenario, so North Carolina would be likely, as with Florida. There. Georgia is a quite similar scenario. I know it went for the Democrats, but the thing is, it was much thanks to a very, very growing Atlanta area. And it went to Trump by about 5 in 2016 when he also lost the popular vote. So if he, in this case, wins the popular vote, he would win it by more than 5. So Georgia comes into the likely Republican column. And that only leaves 2 states, New Jersey and Maine. Maine is quite easy with the 2nd district. It would be safe. No big surprise. And the Maine at large area would be less than 5 and in the lean column. Now, why have I waited so long with New Jersey, you may ask? It is a Democratic state, just like its neighbors in the East Coast, but New Jersey was actually surprisingly much closer than other states, such as Delaware and Connecticut in the 2016 election. I believe that when Connecticut went for Biden by, I think, 20 points, New Jersey was about 17. So, in the case where the Republican wins the popular vote, you have to take into account that in 2004, Bush narrowly won the popular vote, but he lost New Jersey by about 6 points. I think Trump would lose New Jersey by about 8 or 9, so I'm going to put it in the likely Democratic, which, I mean, it is still a safe Democratic state with the likely margin column. So there you have it currently. It would be 311 for Trump and 227 for the Democrats, with the only shifts from 2016 being in Nebraska 2nd and in the state of Nevada, which, well, one is quite a city, neocon, suburban area, and another is desert gambling and all of that. So I do believe that we have a scenario for you right here. Yes, it is not completely mathematical, but I did not intend it to be. And some significant counties that flipped in this scenario are Pinellas in Florida, Duval in Florida, Washoe in Nevada, Erie and Bucks in Pennsylvania, Stanislaus in California, Maricopa County, Arizona, Tarrant, Texas, Virginia Beach, Virginia, and Morris County, New Jersey. But thank you for watching this video. Let's continue onwards to 300 subs, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.